and then also open the transcripts. Okay. Okay. Hi, Ajit. How are you today?
I'm good, Cheryl. How are you?
Good. So thank you for giving me a testimonial on the current mindful self-compassion intensive you just completed and how it relates to the workplace. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions. No big deal. I'd sent them to you already. So the first one is really, what is your biggest challenge in the workplace that you're facing when it comes to maybe overwhelm or autopilot behavior, right? Or maybe how to manage uncertainty of even restructuring.
Yeah. So yeah, glad you asked the question. So just to make sure I understand it, you're asking what are some of the challenges I faced at work? Yeah, so quite recently, about 2 weeks ago, I actually got my layoff notice from my current company, and normally that would have been sort of a very high stress event that would have kept me brooding for days. What I was surprised to notice was that I got the information. I noticed there was a momentary sort of a stress reaction in the body. I saw the email late at night, but I was quickly able to sort of calm myself and sort of acknowledge it, recognize that yes, this is an event, but move past it in the sense that I was not ruminating about it too much. And I think this is in part due to the training in that mindfulness self-compassion workshop that I attended, where we were taught to sort of recognize, one of the things was recognize where in the body you feel the emotion, and then accept it, soften, soothe, and allow kind of behavior. And I think that helped. And then during successive days, I've been engaging more in the mindfulness practice when I walk my dog, when I'm doing my dishes, etc. It's hard, the mind wanders, but as you guys told us during the sessions, you bring the mind back with gentle awareness and then refocus on mindfulness. So I've been doing that, and I believe it's because of that and I'm able to handle this current situation with a fair degree of calmness, more than I expected.
Yeah. Thank you, Ajit, for sharing that. It takes a lot of vulnerability. And I'm sorry it sounds challenging, but it also sounds as if you're responding with a great amount of resilience with these practices. So that's wonderful. My next question is how would these practices of mindfulness and self-compassion support you better, you know, to cope in daily life, right? We have meetings, back-to-back meetings. You have so many deliverables that are due, right? Tight deadlines. And then people are always pinging you on Slack or Teams, and your phone might be dinging. How do you think these resources that were provided could help you when you're back at work?
So I think definitely I see the potential for it helping us stay more focused and on task. And I think just the practice of being present with whatever it is you're doing, I think is a good way to sort of inculcate the habit of staying on task. So as you said, we have a lot of distractions, and what the mindfulness training can do, and I'm working on it as well, is help you focus on the task at hand without getting pulled into these numerous directions, knowing that there is a time and a place for to deal with those other things, but at the moment focus on what you're doing. I think that is by definition focus, and I think mindfulness is will greatly enable that.
Yeah, thank you. That's great. And then finally, my last question is, how was your experience working with me as a facilitator? Could you relate to my style and kind of even the information that was presented to you?
Yes, so just to recap, your question was how did I react to your style, and was it relatable, etc. Absolutely. I think both you and Megan had a very calming presence. You were dealing with, there were 13 people with 13 different personalities in the room, but you were able to sort of tune in to each person and connect with all of us. Um, Even as a group, but also in the one-on-one breakout sessions where I had a opportunity to have one-on-one conversations with you on a couple of occasions, and I found you to be a great listener and really embody the whole idea of this mindfulness self-compassion. And you also very candid and vulnerable in sharing some of your challenges. And what that let us realize is that even the experts have to continue to work on this, and this is not a one time flip a switch and everything is done. It's a work in progress, but it's a work that's worth taking up, because in the end, I think you're better off as an individual, and by extension, people around you will be better off as well.
Oh, thank you, Ajit. I appreciate the kind words. Okay.